I am, it's nice out here today, according to the weather. However, they're also talking maybe some precipitation later. I'm not sure. With weather here, he could never, the weatherman always said one time, and I believe him, he said, whatever we predict with the weather, if it doesn't happen on that day, it will probably happen within the next day or two. That's how unpredictable Nebraska weather is. And, well, no meteorologist can completely predict the weather, and neither can the Weather Center, and that's where they get most of their information from. They, it's all scientific. You'd have to look it all up. I'm not going to explain it. But I do have things to do today, and one thing is I want to share with you some information. I have noticed that when I talk about and title, it puts something in the title about my COPD, I do get more views. I had kind of steered away from that because as far as making it a major part of my project, because it seemed like when I looked up COPD to see if it was, a topic that people were listening to, everything was old. So I thought, well, maybe it's just not, maybe it just wasn't being covered. I'm beginning to think that's the deal. Anyway, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go to the COPDFoundation.org page. And I am going to give you some information they have. And I would suggest that you also go there at some point. If you want more information, they have all kinds of stuff about COPD. Anyway, so here we go. All right. Some of the risk factors that they have here for COPD are, first is inhaling pollutants, and they include in that smoking, which includes cigarettes, pipes, cigars, etc., and secondhand smoke. Mine was caused by smoking. I did quit back in 2005 and was soon, well, it was because I was getting a lot of the symptoms and they were getting worse. So a lot of us don't really get it, that that's what we have, until we get the exacerbations or the, fumes, chemicals, and dirt, dust that are found in a lot of workplaces. That can also cause COPD. A lady that was a dear friend of my parents and an awesome woman. I looked up to her so much. She taught Sunday school, Bible school, 4-H. She was a part of it all in our small town where we grew up. And just one of the most loving and giving women you'd know. Anyway, she got COPD, never smoked, and congestive heart failure. What hers came from was the dairy farming. Not that all dairy farms cause this, but she had a susceptibility, I believe. And being around, all that in the milking barn and that kind of stuff, I'm sure they had to use a lot, certain things, chemicals, to make sure that the floors were clean, stuff. I don't know what all went into that. But I do know that she did end up with COPD in her later years. A lot older than me, but okay. There are genetic factors that can lead to COPD. I have heard of children who have COPD. It's something they were born, not CF, COPD, which kind of boggled my mind. But anyway, those are pretty much the risk factors, are smoking and other inhalants, fumes, and genetic risk factors. So that's all I'm going to say. I just kind of paraphrased what they have on it's the COPDFoundation.org. So you might want to go there if you want to know more than than what I'm giving you, because I'm giving you their basic information plus how, a little about me and maybe someone else I know of. So I'm not going to cover your particular COPD because we are all different. Even if we have the same cause, we're all different. Okay, back to
being me. I am still going to be silly. I'm still going to do my art projects. In fact, today I am going to do, I think I'm going to try and do a little painting on the big pots. My husband brought home some big pots I've got some aloe plants. And I got them in little pots because they were just starting out. That's how my husband bought them for me. And they have outgrown their pots. So I need to put them in bigger pots. But what I'd like to do is do a little painting on there first, just to make it a little more decorative, because we're using a lot of that stuff to decorate the house. Or I am. My little refrigerator magnets, just fun stuff, And a lot of it is for kids. I don't care. I put my grandkids' art up, so if mine's a little childish, more power to me. I'm not a great artist, so hope you enjoyed yesterday's blooper reel. Well, oops reel. I called it an oops reel. If you haven't seen it, go back. It's not long, very long at all, but it just shows some of my really dumb moves. So, anyway, I will catch you on the flip side.
Okay, I'm back. I've drawn it on. I hope you can see that. It's definitely not a great artist, but, for an intermediate like me, or not even that. But, okay, I am going to paint this. I used my, my pencil to draw it on, but it's a little rough under the tip of this thing, and I don't want to run my Sharpie. So I am going to use paint, and I'm going to use water this time for the brush. It did finally get a little bit hard. That, and I'd like to make a red, but we don't have red. So, oh, it's nice soft. I don't know what. I think I will make a violet and pink. There I go for variegated violet and pink. Let's give it a try. Okay. And I'm going to use a little water this time because this is going to soak it up a lot. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to do like that. This is the paint I had left over from my other project, and I'm not doing so well. I shake. It's holy heck when you're shaking all the time, I tell you. My meds make me shake. I think I've told you that before. And I also have regular. I mean, my mom shakes, my sisters shake. It's just a family thing, I guess. All right, now I've got my arm in front of the camera for us because I'm rinsing my brush. Okay. I hope this shows up good on camera because I am really not able to see back into the camera when I'm working on the front end. Okay. Makes sense? Okay. I am going to use some pink, and I'm also going to draw it through the violet a little so that it's a little more variegated. Is that good or is that bad? Those of you who are artists will know. Oops, I don't want to hide my front. Maybe I shouldn't have pulled through quite so much. There's still more violet in the kit. We'll go with it. I'm going to let that dry before I go over it with any more. Now I don't have green in this thing. I'm going to have to mix that on my little paper down here. Blue and yellow. Some blue, rinse, some yellow, and mix up some nice old green here. It's pretty much of a, probably the right shade. Okay, I gotta set it on its side. I'm not in my best position for doing stuff like this. I don't think that grape turned out bad. Problem is if I have to mix more. I used one brush full of each, so hopefully that would work. Oh! I'm outside the lines. You know what? When I did take an art class in college, but it wasn't painting, it was drawing. But she taught, oh God, now that's too far outside the line. She talked about how we're always taught when we're growing up to make sure we're coloring inside the lines and doing things in those. And then finally somebody started talking about thinking outside the box. Well, sometimes you've got to realize that not all things are in nice little drawn out lines. Now I did draw lines on this one, but not everything works that way. So, could have been better, could have been worse. It is a pot, after all. I won't be paying in it, but it is a pot. Nonetheless. But it's for flowers. I kind of like the pink and purple together. I just don't know about the way I've put them on there. Close up this green, this yellow and blue. I guess that needs to dry more. But I think I'll just I'll make sure that outline comes back out with the purple. And then maybe just do some more pink on the inside. It's going to be fictitious anyway, so why not just do it the way I want? Right? Right. You can't see me. You can see the ball. You can see the thing off. But yeah, it's my flower, and I'll paint it how I want to. Paint it how I want to. And I ain't crying. Oh, it don't want to turn off. So, hey, have a good one. Good day. See you tomorrow. Love you guys. You're my stars. See you tomorrow.